Happy holidays, everyone. And if you have yet to pick up Power World, this might just be the time to do so with this massive new update. The Fay Break update just brings a ton of new content from new features, new areas, pals, and just so much more I'm going to with this video. It is currently on sale on Steam for I think like what, $22 some change USD. Probably one of the cheapest prices I've seen for it. I finally picked it up myself, so I can't wait to try this update in action soon here. But yeah, this may entice you to get it. Not saying it's going to entirely make you buy the game, but who knows? If you haven't checked out yet, you may want to get it on Steam or on PlayStation or Xbox. Let's kick things off with the new island, Faybreak. So Faybreak has appeared, a mysterious island with many challenges, glowing sand, and many new pals. Conquer the Faybreak Warriors, a new faction that dominates the island with the power of their missile battery camp. New resources as well, chromite and hexalite quartz. Chromite is buried underground and can be found by using pals or items that can detect metal. Hexalite quartz is a rare ore that only exists on Faybreak. You got a new mechanic here, expeditions. Obtain supplies by sending pals out on expeditions at the PAL Expedition Station. This is a new feature that's never been put in the game before. Then we got new mechanic research. By conducting research at the PAL Labor Research Laboratory, you can unlock permanent passives and rewards that increase productivity of your base. Some existing buildings that increase work speed will now be unlocked as research rewards. Very, very nice there. Predator pals. Vicious predator pals will now appear throughout the world. These pals are extremely difficult to defeat, but those strong enough to take them down will earn rare resources in return for the bravery. Think of these as like, I guess maybe like the elite mini bosses you see in other RPGs in a sense. That's what I'm kind of taking this with, is maybe they're gonna like be mini bosses, or they'll be actually true bosses that are essentially the hardest bosses in the game. New bounty with NPCs, so dangerous criminals have appeared all over the Papagos Islands. Bring these crooks to justice and cash. A country for rewards? That might be a mistranslation there to a country for rewards, but okay. New strongholds and stronghold boss. The attack chopper, a large, very difficult platform oil rig, has appeared. Great riches, import supplies, and more are stored here. A powerful attack chopper guards this rig from any intruders. Smaller oil rig, the barge oil rig, has been added for beginners as well. The player level cap has been raised to 60. Very awesome. New technologies and more weight. A new raid, Xenolord. Defeat the dark mechanical dragon that controls the Xeno army. Spear modules. You can now attach modules to spears to significantly change their trajectory, such as curving it, which in turn increases the capture rate. And you got new items here with metal detector, pouches, double jump boots, air dash boots, revival potion. New cooking recipes have been added as well too. Then for those that are looking for an even greater challenge, there's hardcore mode. The ultimate challenge. Player and PAL def is permanent. Can be enabled in the world settings, so keep that in mind. Random PAL mode. Turn on random PAL mode and world settings to randomize PAL spawns. Randomized by region. Randomize PAL spawns while maintaining a certain regional range. Completely random. All PAL spawns in all regions will be completely randomized. It could be a bit chaotic. I love how devs are embracing more of like, and I've said this before of other games, they're kind of embracing like somewhat of what the mod community already does on PC games, at least, where they'll do like randomizers, or they'll do add some type of extra difficulty, or just like overall the game in some way to make it more fun and challenging and balanced. And this is an example of that, where devs are just taking upon themselves to do it because they see probably how, you know, the modding scene does it, or whatever, or have gotten insights from the modding scene or something like that. But yeah, this is awesome. I may have to try this out. New area discovery bonus. So players will earn experience points when they discover a location for the first time. Got many new weapons as well. Makeshift SMG, assault rifle, shotgun, old revolver, SMG, semi-auto rifle, semi-auto shotgun, laser, Gatling gun, plasma cannon, compound bow, advanced bow, katana, beam sword, dark grenade, dragon grenade, ground grenade, grass grenade, water grenade. So much on that. New buildings as well. Large scale electric egg incubator. Hatch up to 10 eggs at the same time. Guild chest. Items placed in a guild chest are shared among all guild chests. Item retrieval machine. Search for and take any item from any chest within your base. Medicine rack. Pals will take medicine stored to treat their illnesses and injuries. Flea market. Sell pals and items to other players. All right. Large scale stone oven and gigantic furnace. Multiple pals can work together to cook and refine at higher speeds. Skill fruit orchard. Plant and grow skill fruits. Nice. Gold coin assembly line. Illegally produced coins now made at home. This game is wild, dude. Ladders, players can go up and down without needing to build stairs, and get pure quartz mine an infinite amount in the comfort of your base. Accumulator, by storing extra electricity, you can keep your facilities running at night while your pals sleep. The elemental treasure chests, rare treasure chests that can only be unlocked by pals of specific elements, have appeared. Players can now sit on chairs. You can now obtain successful bounty tokens by defeating field bosses. These tokens provide permanent passes to the player. Player climbing speed has been increased the maximum amount of power that can be enhanced by left monk effigies from 12 to 14. Implemented spear critical hits. Throwing a spear at a pal's weak point, or spot basically, will temporarily increase the capture rate. Experience points gained from crafting and building have been increased. You now also gain experience points for pals crafting and building even when you aren't at your base. Improved player animations. Players will now be invincible for a few seconds after teleporting or entering / exiting dungeons. When mounted, pals now cancel any active skills that are in effect, allowing it to move more immediately. I love what they're doing here. This part, it seems like they're trying to help speed up the leveling process too, especially with the level cap increase at 60. So that's good. That's good. And we got base related stuff here. Function or to replace foundation structures and defensive walls without destroying them has been implemented. Walls already built can be upgraded. New foundation structures, Japanese style, have been implemented. You can recreate Sakurajima's Japanese style architecture at your base. Sliding doors have been implemented as well, or also been implemented. And then you got maximum base level has been increased to 30. Power transportation work has been improved while the player is not in the base. In single player and co-op modes, you can build much more freely around the world, except in some dungeons. The PAL working state set in the monitoring stand is now saved. Then they're running a Christmas skin themed, I believe, event here, or skins you can buy. So some cool stuff there with that. As if you want to, I think it's just optional. I'm not sure the pricing right now of it, but yeah, go for it if you want, guys. Here's a list of 6 Christmas skins have been added for all players, so really cool there. Redistributing limited time skins to all players, so you must own the PAL to equip the skin. So this looks like this is a issue they were fixing before it happened, so now that's alleviated. New unique skins as well here from Vanrim, Astagun, Meref, Verdash, Univolt, Blaze Howl, and many, many more here. Check these out with the unique skills. I'm not entirely sure what all these will do, but this is definitely going to be new, cool, and have fun to learn basically in the game. New ground skill, Stone Beat, and new dark skill, Poison Shower, new dragon skill, Charge Cannon. We got a new tier of passive skills, and even higher tier passives. Rainbow passive skill has been added. Breed the ultimate pal. Swift has been promoted to a rainbow passive skill, and the chance of obtaining it has decreased. Work suitably enhancement books. So by using various technique books, you can permanently increase pals' work suitability. A limit on strengthening pals with souls has been lifted. It's now possible to further develop your pals. If a summon pal has 3 moves that are all on cooldown, it will use the most basic move of its element. Enemy pals will now use every move they know at that level. Alpha pal eggs are no longer all huge, but are now each the appropriate size. You got some UI improvements here and changes. You can go over here. Not going to go over these too much. You know, this control pad, mouse, keyboard stuff here, UI. So very cool stuff here. Take a moment to read that. But they're just improving so much with this game overall. It's insane. And it came out, back early this year? And was it January or February? On Game Pass and Xbox and Steam, just early access. And it's still early access. It's not even out yet. I mentioned before. And they're adding so much more to this and making it such a better game. Then when it comes to crime, the charges have been expanded. Serious crimes such as obstructing public officials will increase the player's criminal level even more. Dedicated servers got a improvement here. It looks like you can now set maximum number of buildings per base in the world settings. This allows server administrators to make adjustments to stabilize server performance and maintain a comfortable playing environment. Balancing adjustments here with weight multiplier for all items can now be changed in world settings. Technology unlock levels have been adjusted. Selling prices of some pals have been adjusted. Merchant stock and prices have been adjusted. Crafting recipes for some ammunition has been adjusted. Boss enemies are now immune to stuns and will now become staggered when their stun accumulation value reaches 100. Some technologies can now be unlocked by defeating entire bosses as well. Some more adjustments here too for certain, I guess, enemies or bosses here. Legendary pals are now level 60. That makes sense. And they can learn more powerful skills. The recovery amount of Felbat and Lavender's partner skills have been increased from 6% to 10%. Got some bug fixes here to kind of round off things as well. Improve base pals so they don't get stuck as often. Reduce the issue of players falling under the ground after a fast travel. Improved enemy pathing so they don't get stuck in the walls as often. Improve the raid algorithm and pathing to ensure that raids reach bases much more often. And many more other minor bug fixes. And lastly, there's some other stuff here, but some soundtracks. So they got some new songs been added to the soundtrack. If you haven't already purchased the game, please update the soundtrack. New NPCs have been added to various locations, adding the Free Pal Alliance Judicator to the Free Pal Alliance. He will now appear at their camps. Slow down the work speed animation of base pals with work speed buffs. This is a measure to prevent the processing load from increasing too much when the effect is played at a high speed. This change does not affect actual work speed though, so good to know there. Awesome stuff, guys. Very cool. So much. Yeah, and like I said, I ended up finally picking this up too on Steam and can't wait to jump into it. This may be something that you want to jump into now. I don't think you'll see it anywhere else cheaper right now, and this is obviously going to be like a more discounted price compared to when the full launch happens, because I imagine that once the 1.0 happens, it'll probably like be 40, maybe $50 tops. So with all the content that's going to be in it by the time that happens, it's been in early access for almost a year now. So who knows, it could come out in full release early to mid next year, I would say. But if this isn't convinced you yet, I don't know what will to jump in. I'm not expecting everybody to get into this game, but hey, this is definitely a massive update that helps bring a lot of quality life changes and balancing to the game. It's going to make it a lot more fun, I think, for all the players that are currently playing and new players that are coming into it. Let me know your thoughts on this, guys. Sound off in the comments below. Are you excited for this? Is this going to make you pick it up or not? I'd love to hear from you. Hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Please hit that like, subscribe if you're new. My name is Mike, and I'll see you in the next video.